Guess what? YouTube is easy if you do these 4 things. Let's get into it.
This is how heaven's beat sounds. Hey, we're giving hell a beat down.
So I have 4 YouTube channels, 2 of which are monetized, and the other 2 I'm hoping to monetize within a year. So it took me a really long time to figure out the rules of YouTube, and I'm still learning it day by day. But I have learned some key and critical things that make YouTube a lot easier. The main thing with YouTube is to stay consistent, put out a video once a week, okay? And don't burn out. Those, I think, are the 2 critical things with YouTube. Just keep doing the work and don't burn out. So the first critical thing on how YouTube can be very easy for you with your one channel. I'm not telling you to have 4 channels, just have one channel. But the first thing is to front load your work, or some people will call it batching your work. So that is, instead of, if you're putting out 1 video a week, instead of starting out the week on Sunday and saying, okay, well, what am I going to do for this week and next week? You make videos ahead of time, okay? So, for instance, I have a channel called Mechanics for Non-Mechanics where we teach on how to fix things, right? I'm not doing the video for this week. I've done it already 2 months in advance, okay? So I'm fixing things around the house or teaching on different mechanical concepts. So what that will do is it will free up your creativity. It will free up your mind. You're not going to be worrying about, oh, what do I do this week? And also, it's going to help you to not burn out. Because if you just do 1 video per week, every sequential week, eventually one week you're going to run out of ideas and be like, oh no, what do I do? And so when you do it ahead of time, it gives your brain, mind space, time to think of things, or just not even think of things subconsciously. And you might be in a situation where you say, oh, I could do a video on that. But it's not like a rush thing that you have to push out immediately. It's something you can take your time with, or you can play with, and you can be creative with. I try and stay on all 4 of my channels 2 months ahead. So if you think, if you're doing a video per week, 2 months is about 8 weeks ahead. So 8 videos ahead. If you can be 8 videos ahead, 2 months ahead, man, it is going to free up your mind, the space in your mind, your creativity. And that creative space is really important, because say you want to go out of town for a few days, or you get tied up at work or tied up at school, and now you're going to be stressed about having to put out a video, when if you had been 8 videos 2 months ahead, if you missed a week, it's like, oh, okay, I'll try and catch up and do 2 next week. But if you don't, if you miss 2 weeks, 3 weeks, it's okay, and then you can come back and batch, 4 or 5 together. So I try to knock out at least 2 months, at least 8 videos ahead on each channel. So if you're doing 1 channel and you can stay 8 videos ahead, that's going to keep the stress off. It's going to keep the creativity free flowing. And then, I have a video for every week. And then if I get a creative, something comes up in my particular channel and I want to put out a video, great, I put it out, no problem. And I can either shift that video to another week, or just put out 2 videos that week, but at least minimally, I know that I have at least 1 video going out per week. So that is a big thing that prevents burnout, which is a big thing for YouTube, or you're not seeing success, so you stop. You can't quit in YouTube. You just have to keep going, learning on channels like this and getting better and progressing until you reach your goal. The second thing is to use a keyword research tool. So when people are typing in something on YouTube, maybe if they want to fix their washing machine, they type in washing machine broken. That's a keyword right there. And so you can find out before you do your video what people are searching for. So if, like me, on our channel Mechanics for Non-Mechanics, we do a lot of HVAC as well as fixing household stuff. So if I want to search for what are people searching for already, if I look up a video on how to fix your thermostat and I go and do keyword research on something like TubeBuddy or vidIQ.com or TubeBuddy.com, I'm assuming is their URL, I can do a search and see, are people searching for the keyword thermostat broken? Well, there's 1,000 people per month, or maybe there's 5 people per month, and I'm like, okay, that's a waste of time for me to do a video on the thermostat being broken if nobody's already searching for it. So that's a way for you to kind of see into the crystal ball and already know whether people are searching for a certain keyword or string of words. And so using a keyword research tool like TubeBuddy or like vidIQ is a big help as you're putting out these videos. The third thing that you can do to be successful on YouTube is to have a spot that you record all of your videos at. If you want to get creative and have multiple spots, you can certainly do that. But having a spot all set up, like this setup, if you look at my videos, this is the same setup I have for all of my videos. It's here, it's ready to go. So when I come at 2 a.m., 12 a.m., after I put the kids to bed or something and want to knock out some YouTube videos, this place is just set up for me. My camera stand is set up for me. Everything is set up for me, ready to go. All I have to do is put my phone down or camera down, whatever you're using to record, and press record, and I'm moving forward. So this way you don't have to spend a lot of time trying to set it up each time, as well as that mental creativity, when you're feeling, okay, I'm ready to do a video, I'm ready to knock one out, and then you're like, oh, I got to set up for 15 minutes or 20 minutes. Those things become mental blocks in your head when you're thinking about doing videos, which can stop you from actually putting out those creative ideas. So having a spot all set up, ready to go, just allows you to just kick into creative mode right away. And the fourth thing that is maybe the most important is to pick a topic that you love, okay? This is such an important thing. Again, this is going to prevent you from burning out, which is a big thing for YouTube creators. It is important to do, like I was saying, keyword research. I mean, if you're wanting to pick, a topic of underwater basket weaving, look, there's probably an audience for it out there. But maybe pick something a little less niche than that. But don't pick a topic to do your channel on just based on, well, I guess finance seems to be a really popular thing that you can make a lot of money on, so I'm going to do a finance channel. There's plenty of finance channels out there. And if you don't actually love what you're doing, you're going to get really discouraged really quickly when you're putting out videos. And, for that first part, you're just building your channel. Nobody knows about your channel. Nobody's clicking on your video. You're going to get discouraged, okay? So pick a topic, something that you love, something that you can talk about, something maybe you have expertise in, or something you just are fascinated by or love, because there's other people out there that are going to be fascinated and love that topic as well. Something that you can talk about. My 4 channels are 4 aspects of who I am as a person. My 4 channels are things that I think about all the time, right? So one is based on music, right? So I'm an artist, musical artist. I think about music, hip hop, lyrics, production. I think about these things throughout the day, okay? So I can as well as entrepreneurship, right? This channel, Juke Media, is based on my music and entrepreneurship. Those are things I think about throughout the day. Another thing, we have an HVAC company, so I'm fixing things a lot, and we own a home, so things are breaking in the home, so I'm fixing those things in the home. So it's very simple for me to be thinking about how to fix things throughout the day because I'm working on those things. So I can put up those type of videos. I'm a Christian, so I think a lot about my philosophy, my worldview, and how it comports with the other worldviews that are that are going on in the world, and Christian evidence and evidence for my faith. I think about those things throughout, my day, throughout my week. And so it's easy for me to come up with those with videos on that. And then I do have actually a finance channel because I began getting into finance a few years ago. And so we have a finance channel as well. And so but the finances is not something I just am doing because, hey, it's really cool to do. I really didn't want to do another YouTube channel, but I talk to people about finances all the time and not making the same mistakes that I made. I find myself talking to people about it all the time, so I might as well have a channel about it. So those four things like encompass who I am in a lot of ways. And so it's not difficult for me to come up with content because I'm always thinking about those things. And when you get your channel monetized, now YouTube is basically paying you for your thoughts, right? You think of a thought throughout the day, maybe you do a quick short on it, or maybe a long form video like this on it, and you are going to make money off of that video. And so YouTube is basically paying you for thinking about things that you love to ponder and think about anyways. So that is a super cool thing. So when you are thinking of a topic, think about something that you potentially are obsessed with or that you love thinking about a lot, and that will go a long way in helping you to stay consistent after a year and a half, 2 years or more as you build your channel. And then I guess a bonus tip would be learn your camera as much as possible. Listen, I am filming right now. I say learn your camera, but you don't need it. You can just film on an iPhone, okay? But learn how a little bit on how to use your iPhone and how to set up a backdrop. And so learn. They have plenty of YouTube videos on those things. But today, the way that iPhones are, or if you're an Android person, the cameras on them are incredible. And so for me, I just use the cinematic mode on my iPhone, and it blurs out the background just like a DSLR camera would do. And it's puts out these great videos, and it's quick for me because I can quickly put it on my phone and then just airdrop it to my iMac computer, and then edit it in Adobe Premiere, which is what I use, but any video editing program, and it's very easy, the sequence of steps. If you want to know how much YouTube paid me for having 1,900 subscribers on that channel, Mechanics for Non-Mechanics, check out that video right there, and we will see you. Please subscribe. Comment below. I love to read your comments. Let me know some things that you are struggling with as a YouTube creator. I would love to see if I can offer you any advice on that, and we will see you in the next video.
This is how heaven's beats.